Yo, what's up, guys? City Bapu here for another stream of Top Deck Games for our Pioneer League Season 2 2024 Top 8. Yeah, we're here for another match, and this time I think it's going possibly it could potentially be the last match, and I don't know why my camera is lagging again. But let's get on to the tables, and my OBS just froze. Come on, come on. Let's get into the table. So, welcome everyone. Welcome to the stream. Let me just try to jump in. No, my thing just burped. Okay. So, in your left corner, you got Craig playing Rakdos Vampires at the second seed. This is his second deck that he submitted, and no shocker, he got it at top 8 because it's also one of the best decks in the format, aside from Phoenix. And on the right corner, we got Starry, who is our reigning champion, playing Azorius Lotus at third place, or third seed. So he will definitely be playing on the draw. But it looks like there's a mulligan here for Craig. So, for those who are not familiar with Starry's deck, I don't know why that didn't show up. So, the card or the deck revolves around this card, Strict Proctor, which says whenever a permanent entering the battlefield causes a triggered ability to trigger, counter that ability unless its controller pays 2. So, the next key card that is going to combo with Strict Proctor is Lotus Field, because when you have Lotus Field and Strict Proctor triggers, you don't have to pay for it. So, which means you don't have to sacrifice Lotus Field, which is a cool way to ramp up your mana on turn 3. And then on turn 4, you have access to big spells such as Discontinuity and what do you call this? Shark Typhoon. You can Shark Typhoon hardcast as well. Or you could just play Teferi, Hero of Dominaria, and just untap with a lot of mana. So it's a pretty cool way of playing the deck. I also have other big spells such as March of Otherworldly Light, so it could basically take care of any deck or any creature on the field, or even an enchantment. You could also play Wandering Emperor. It's a decent 4-drop, which is heavily used in Standard. You can also play Memory Deluge. So if you have multiple Lotus Fields, you could just Deluge and dig for your answers very quickly. So right now, Craig is on the rush to pressure Starry's life total, because he is on a clock. Because if that Lotus Field becomes online, then it's going to be such a... what do you call this? It's going to be such a hard matchup for vampires, because your creature is going to get board wiped out of nowhere. You randomly lose the turn, or you get hard countered by Discontinuity when you're casting a spell. So there are ways for Starry to survive this board state. So Fable of the Mirror Breaker, no sign of Sorin into Vein Ripper, unfortunately for Craig, but still a good play nonetheless. So this is more of a mid-range route for Craig, and I think he had to keep the hand because of Thoughtseize. So he's got 2 creatures. The question is, does he want to keep them in play? So I think he wants to discard 1. He is considering his damage, which he's able to deal with in the next few turns. So yeah, he's discarding it, and it's another what do you call this? What's that card again? Preacher. It's another Preacher of the Schism, which I think it isn't going to be fast enough, but he has no choice. He has to play. And then the worst case scenario is probably going to play, like, Starry could play a board wipe like Supreme Verdict. But in this case, it's not that prevalent for Starry's deck because normally your board wipes consist of five drop, like a 5 mana cost or 6 mana cost, like Farewell or Sunfall. And there's still no sign of Starry playing a Strict Proctor into Lotus Field, so no sign of ramps there. So Craig is just a little bit worried about a potential board wipe. So he got to draw a land, which is good. And he discarded the Preacher. And looks like he's not going to play it. So he's definitely going to play around the board wipe. Just making sure he doesn't run out of resources. Because he did mulligan down to 6. Starry though, he has two Lotus Fields in his hand. Kind of a bit awkward to say the least, and he doesn't have any way to play his Memory Deluge this turn, so this is looking very rough for him. And that Mirror Breaker is gonna flip next turn, so it may not be online, but he still has a turn though to deal with a creature. But he also has access to Hive, the Eye Tyrant, if you see in his mana base. So he could deal a lot of damage next turn. So that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you put him down to 3 and leave the Fable as an extra threat just in case. Okay, so where did the card go? Oh,
Sorry, judge call.
what is the judge call?
Ability, exile. Upon resolution, pag enter niya, will this hit?
Yeah,
Yes.
it would hit.
Wala man
Oh,
gikas,
it
no?
exiles and it enters.
Yes.
Alright, so we got a judge call here from Starry. Yes, it's supposed to work. So what Starry was asking is he has Hollowed Moonlight in his hand, and he was wondering if when Fable flips and turns into Kiki-Jiki, would the Hollowed Moonlight work? Yeah, that's what he wanted to do. So he wants to cycle his Moonlight at the same time, get some extra value. So it's gonna exile the Fable because it entered as a creature without casting it. It's still a very bad position for Starry at this point because you're staring at the Hive right here, and even if you board wipe next turn, yeah, you're down to 3, so you're basically dead. So you would need a March or like a Shark Typhoon. No, not even a Shark Typhoon. You can't even block the Hive because the Hive has Menace, I believe. So I think Craig is still in a comfortable position, even though he got his Fable taken out. Things are not looking good for Starry. So he's already ready to take the damage. So Craig is just wondering if he wants to put him down to 3, maybe play around a second march. He could put him down to 6. Oh no, wait. Why did he gain 1 life? Okay. I guess he just plays Vein Ripper. Because he gets a second treasure token from Goblin. And I'm not sure where he got the extra life though. Oh no, that's not a good draw. I think that's game. I could cycle and try to get a march off the top. No, nothing. Yep. All right, so very quick win there for Craig. And that is the power of the Rakdos Vampires. Like, you have the same shell of the Rakdos midrange, except you have the firepower of Vein Ripper, which just gives that extra oomph for the deck to push through and finish the game very quickly. So, well done, well done. Sideboard. Starry should definitely have some answers. More of a bit of a mid-range strategy going forward, so he could deal with the vampires. The big looming problem though is the Thoughtseize. I think Thoughtseize is still a very crucial card in this matchup. It was just a little bit unfortunate on Starry's end because of how the draws ended up on it in his stead. Oh, but looks like we're seeing the technology from Starry with the Ley Line of Sanctity to fend off the disruption. This is very nice. Craig's, and I would say he could actually bring in Blot Out. He definitely has access to that and try to deal with Starry's creatures because they're definitely bigger with the Dream Trawler and maybe the Regal Caracal. So I think Blot Out is definitely a good card to bring in the sideboard. Liliana is also good, although it may slow down his clock. It's a good disruption card. Another card I would consider would maybe Bankbuster. I'm not sure if it's a good card on the draw, but it's still a value card nonetheless. Like, you just want to draw. Like, if you're used to playing Rakdos Vampires, the fact that you get flooded most of the time, you draw a lot of lands in this deck because you want to hardcast Vein Ripper as much as possible in most of your games. So one way of playing it around is probably cutting some lands post board and bring in the Bankbusters to keep your curve off the top. Mirror match. Oh, no need Blot Out. Interesting take there from Doc Pao. Yeah, it's fine. Like, I'm just trying to see what options Craig would bring. He's already considering Damping Spear just to shut off the Lotus Field, which is nice. So he's taking out his spot removals. I don't think he's respecting. He's not gonna respect the Strict Proctor. So for those who have tuned in, welcome to the stream. TD Bapo here, taking care of you guys for commentary for tonight's match and potentially the last match because this is the semifinals between Craig and Starry with Craig's second deck. And if he wins, he basically wins the whole thing because he already has his first deck in the finals. So Yeah, Durez could be a consideration. I think he has two in the sideboard. He already has one in the main board, because this is definitely the older list, as we have been through a month of playtesting for the Pioneer League. Sorry though, I think the prowess of the deck relies on ramping properly with Strict Proctor. If he curves out with Strict Proctor into Lotus Field without being interrupted, I think he's got a shot in getting into Game 3. Sige Anton, andin dire para kamo mag-final si Craig. Idalay mong deck! So anyways, welcome. Leave a like, leave a share. Definitely appreciate your support, guys. Leave a comment down below, just like these guys over here who are very excited to watch our gameplay. And Starry is on the play. He should have the turn 3 curve of Strict Proctor into Lotus Field. If not, he could keep a Leyline hand. That would be very helpful for this matchup, because I'm pretty sure Craig is definitely going to keep his Thoughtseizes. That was a very crucial turn 1 for him, especially when he mulliganed to 6 and he was running out of resources. But that was definitely not enough. Starry had a very awkward hand, and Craig took advantage of it. Yo, Samuel, welcome to the stream. Yes, we are Cagayanons. Welcome, welcome. Definitely appreciate you tuning in. Time check is 8:36 p.m. So game number 2 is on its way. Another mediocre hand for Starry. Although he has Lotus Field and Thespian Stage. Looks like he's keeping it. I think the key card here is definitely going to be Strict Proctor. No disruption on his end. So it looks like Starry is going to be happy playing his second land. Definitely, yeah, he's thinking about keeping the Hall, but maybe not. So he gets to cycle with the Dust Legion Zealots. So we'll see how Starry is gonna sequence his next few turns, because it's very important to keep the Hall. Hall is actually one of the other win conditions for the deck, because it's a 7 power beatdown. As you can see, if he has enough mana, he can just start activating the Hall. But another Mirror Breaker here for Craig, which is also a very good card. This definitely propelled him to sequence his cards very well in the last game. So I think he's very comfortable with that versus having the Sorin Vein Ripper combo. Yeah, it got in. Like, Starry doesn't have anything. It's just playing land after land. He has Wandering Emperor. I think that's his next play this turn. He's just saving his Lotus Fields, which are very awkward in his hand. But he has Strict Proctor right now, which makes his Lotus Fields less awkward. So, very tricky turn here for Craig. He might be anticipating a Wandering Emperor. So, alright, discarding 2 cards, land and a Fable. And looks like that was a Bitter Triumph, which is not bad. That could definitely respond by either killing Emperor or holding it up for Teferi. Oh, he kept the push. And at the rest, that's disgusting. My god. That is rough, man. Now he's forced to play the Wandering Emperor, and he's definitely going to take the Teferi time Hero of Dominaria in his hand. So that's going to resolve. So he was able to play around that. So the question is, would Craig want to ignore the Emperor? I don't think so. Yeah, so Teferi is definitely the choice, and triple triple Lotus Field. Yes, wala siyang choice. He has to play, and he's just waiting for Craig to make a move. So he can definitely play Bitter Triumph to clear the path, so that he can play. Or he can play a land into Fable and just pass the turn, but that would be awkward because the Emperor would start building the defense. So if I were to ask you, Doc Pao, what would be the play here? He has Bitter Triumph, he has Fable, he has a lot of options here. I think that's a Liliana, if I'm not sure. And he's just gonna force the tick down on Wandering Emperor, both on those creatures. So yes, I would say Triumph is actually a good choice. Don't think that's the case for Craig. I think he wants to save it for the Proctor. He has push, yeah. He does have push. I don't know why he didn't use the Triumph. So Starry is weighing on his options here, whether he wants to take. So I think Starry is thinking, he probably kept the push, so or maybe a removal spell. So so he's giving him the choice to make things a bit awkward by making a token. If he makes a Samurai token, then Craig will definitely throw in the push and then uh, take out the Wandering Emperor. Oh no, he's walking into it. Ugh. So that's gonna kill the Emperor. I think Craig is happy for that. Gets a treasure token. So at the very least, he gets to save up the Bitter Triumph, and he can opt to play Fable this turn. Dead Emperor. Yep, that's what happened. Yeah, I think that's the game plan here for Craig, and he is definitely gonna push in for more damage because he sees Starry's hand. He knows what to do next. The Proctor is definitely gonna die next turn, and the Starry draws in like a supreme verdict that would definitely turn things around. But nope, we're definitely gonna see Strict Proctor taking out nothing. And that is the power of the Proctor, ramping him up to 7 mana. Yeah, I know, right? Drawing 3 Fables. I think does he have the 4th one in his hand? I'm not sure. And if that's the case, then yeah, there's no way he's gonna lose this game at this point because Fable is such a very good card, such a busted card. I'm also a big fan of the card because just how it gives a lot of options for the player to navigate these types of matchups. But for its power level, it's definitely good enough in Pioneer. More so in Modern as well. Yeah, he could opt to this. Oh no, he discarded the Vein Rippers. Wow. Okay, so he's still weighing his options. Probably gonna take out the Proctor with the Bitter Triumph. But he's still up to 19, by the way. So that Wandering Emperor play was actually pretty good. Another Duress. Taking out the Teferi off the top. Oh my god. Sheesh. That was disgusting. So the only play here for Starry is to top deck or maybe hold up a Hall of Storm Giants. Oh, and he has a Sorin as well. That's sick. So he's looking to save up. I think he's saving up the Bitter Triumph for the Hall of Storm Giants. Then that basically closes out any opportunity for Starry to make a defensive play. Yep. So, and here's Sorin, so he can just throw the Dust Legion into the Proctor, taking outs and draining, attacking for 4, get 2 tokens. So he can even hold up the Bitter Triumph as well, just in case. You see the writings on the wall, Doc Pao. The power of vampires, such a powerful deck. Yo, Boss Kaiser, welcome to the stream. Yes, you are having a sneak peek of some of our potential decks that we're maybe seeing in the Open this weekend, or if you'd want to play some Pioneer this Friday. Which, by the way, guys, we have our last chance qualifier this Friday. If you want to have a free ticket to the Geek Pop Gold Open, be sure to join us this Friday. Dinner will be served, by the way, so be sure to keep your stomachs empty at that time. No problem, bro. No problem. Definitely excited to see you guys again. Lethal na. Grabe, excited kay Kadok. It's already lethal. It's down to 15. How is this lethal? Cheat Ripper copy. Oh, I see. Yeah, because he already has reflection. Oh my god. Yeah, this is not looking good for Starry. This seems to be super one-sided so far. Like, with just how the draws were super horrible for him. I mean, it wasn't actually that horrible. He got a top deck Proctor. He got the 7 mana. The problem is he able to draw his spells? Because he just got his hand ripped apart with Thoughtseize and Duress. Oh, with double Duress, by the way. So, oh my god. Yeah, cheats in, copies it, and then attacks for 10? I think he lacks 1 damage, Doc. I'm not sure. No, he discarded 1 Vein Ripper. So I think he has another copy in his hand. Scoop na. So, he's thinking of activating the Anchorage. Huh, interesting. Copies it with Lotus. Uh-huh. I think I think he's avoiding the Vein Ripper cheat. But it's definitely, yeah, map token. It's gonna generate from the Anchorage. Yeah, but I think this is pretty much gonna be game over. Yeah, there's the token. -3 and cheat. Yeah, it's not gonna be enough. I think that was just a last hoorah for Starry here at this point. I think he has a feeling that that's what's gonna happen next turn. So man, Vampires is still a very powerful deck. It's definitely beatable, but just what we saw from Craig in the last 2 games, this one and the last one, plays another Anchorage. I don't think Starry's gonna live this turn. So Fable's gonna flip. He gets a... Oh, he did bring the Bankbusters. Backup plan. Oh, okay. So I think it's actually lethal because he'll just copy the... He copies the Vein Ripper. If he has another Sorin, I think that's lethal? He's still attacking for 10 only. 10, 14, putting him down to 1. Yeah, he needs 1. Oh, hold up. Archfiend? I don't know. I don't think... It only triggers. Oh, he's gonna hard cast it. Oh no, he's gonna hard cast it. Yeah, because he didn't need to use the Bitter Triumph, so he's gonna activate. Yep, that's gonna copy the Vein Ripper. He's gonna attack for 10, and then Soren's gonna +1 and shoot him for 3, and then that's +4. That's lethal. All right. Yep, shoot him for 3, and then Vein Ripper triggers twice because there's 2 Vein Rippers on the field. So that's GG. Yep. Even goes for the original. It's lethal. That's just BI. Because he wants the extra trigger just in case, I guess. All right. Sacrifice, yep. All right, good games. Looks like we have our grand champion because Craig has 2 decks in the finals. Congratulations to him, winning both semifinals. Very impressive display. He shows his sideboard not showing up, so the classic. Right, that is GG. So guys, if you want to win some games, look at Craig's decks that he brought in in the Pioneer League and play those decks. Those decks are good. If you want a cheaper alternative, go for Phoenix. Vampires is the other deck. If you really want to punch hard and punch your ticket into the victory. So congratulations. We're gonna be taking some pictures later, and well played by Starry. Unfortunately, those were just unfortunate turn of events with the double duress, the Thoughtseize into duress from the previous game as well. The ley lines did not come out. I think he has 1 ley line shorts to get in the starting hand. So when ang stream, never, because that's physically impossible for it to happen unless you guys can provide another Craig for me. So but yeah, that is it for today's stream. Oh, my camera is still messed up. I don't know why. But anyways, I'm just gonna remind you guys that the last chance qualifiers is this Friday. We'll be starting at 4 p.m. I believe for Cardfight Vanguard, 6 p.m. for Magic and One Piece, as well as some side events, which we have the draft and EDH later that night. I think 8 p.m. 8 to 9 p.m. And then the day after that is going to be the main event. So be sure to go to our website and pre-register so that you can save some money. Bitin naman ang bilis. Yes, Sir Ramon. The decks were just that good for Craig, and so congratulations to him. We'll be seeing him as well in this weekend for our yeah, I don't know why my camera's lagging. But anyways, this is TD Bapo signing off. I'll see you in the next stream, hopefully, guys. If mag-last chance 2 to 3 games, magbayad yapon for foods. So 2 to 3 games? I don't understand. Basta, storyahin na si Bosoy. If you want foods, you tell him. Which will be provided by Topsy Boy. Shout out to Topsy Boy for the hookup for dinner. Anyways, Tito Papo signing off. I'll see you in the next stream, guys. And this weekend for Geek Pop. Laters! Take care, take care.